Hello and welcome to Best Sports Betting Tips. We will provide you with the best betting tips and analyses daily for all sports. If you like the channel, please press the like button, leave a comment if you like, and subscribe so you won't miss any of our videos. Let's begin with today's tips. The match between FC KTP and Ifniston is scheduled for today, July 7, 2025, at 4 p.m. UK time at Arto Tulsa Arena in Kotka, Finland, as part of the Veikkausliiga, Finland's top football league. Who will win? Ifniston are considered the slight favorites. League position: Ifniston is currently in 7th place with 16 points from 13 matches. FC KTP is struggling at the bottom, in 11th or 12th place, depending on the source's update, with 9 points from 13 or 14 matches. This indicates a better overall season for Niston. Recent form: both teams have had mixed recent form. Ifniston, in their last 5 league matches, they have 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses. Their last match was a heavy 2-6 loss to QPS, which raises defensive concerns, but prior to that, they had been on a 3-game unbeaten run, 1 win, 2 draws. FC KTP, their recent form is poor, with 1 win, 1 draw, and 3 losses in their last 5 league matches. They lost their last match 1-2 to Ilves Tampere and suffered a 0-5 thrashing by Inter Turku recently. Head-to-head, H2H in their last 5 direct encounters, Ifniston has a slight edge with 3 wins to KTP's 2. Their most recent league encounter on June 14, 2025, ended in a 2-1 victory for Ifniston. Prediction: Ifniston to win, or at least a draw. While Ifniston's recent big loss is a concern, their overall league position and recent H2H advantage over a struggling KTP side make them the more likely outcome. How many goals? A high-scoring match is highly probable. Over 2.5 goals is strongly favored by betting odds. This has occurred in 4 of KTP's last 4 matches and 4 of Niston's last 6 matches. Both teams to score, yes, is also highly probable, with strong odds to back it. Both teams have shown a tendency to score and concede. Goal averages: FC KTP has scored 14 goals and conceded 33 in 13 matches, averaging 1.08 scored and 2.54 conceded per game. Ifniston has scored 18 goals and conceded 24 in 13 matches, averaging 1.38 scored and 1.85 conceded per game. The overall goal average in matches involving these teams in the league is quite high, around 3.23 to 3.36 goals per game. Prediction for goals: expect 3 or more goals in total, with both teams likely to score. A scoreline like Ifniston winning 2-1 or 3-1 is a strong possibility. The match between VFK Vasa and VPS2, also referred to as VPS Akatemia or VPS Vasa J, is a Finnish Kakkonen Group C, 3rd tier, league match scheduled for today, July 7, 2025, at 3:30 p.m. Central European Summer Time. Who will win? VPS2 are the clear favorites in this match. Here's why: league position: VPS2 are currently 2nd in the Kakkonen Group C with 20 points from 10 matches, having a strong record of 6 wins, 2 draws, and only 2 losses. VFK Vasa, on the other hand, is struggling down in 8th place with 8 points from 10 matches, 2 wins, 2 draws, 6 losses. This substantial difference in league standings indicates a significant gap in performance. Recent form: VPS2, their recent form is good, with 2 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 league matches. They recently won 3-0 against GBK Kokkola. Their overall goal scoring is impressive with 33 goals scored in 11 games, averaging 2.93 goals per match. VFK Vasa, their recent form is poor, with 1 win and 4 losses in their last 5 league matches. They suffered a 3-2 loss to JBK and a 5-1 loss to JS Hercules recently. Head-to-head, H2H. The most recent league encounter between these two teams on May 4, 2025, ended in a 3-3 draw. However, previous historical data shows a mixed bag, with VFK winning some older league matches. Given the current season's performance, the recent draw and VPS2's overall strength this season are more indicative. Prediction: VPS2 to win. They are in a much stronger league position and have a more consistent performance this season. How many goals? Expect a high-scoring match. Over 2.5 goals is very strongly favored by betting odds, e.g. odds around 1.20. Over 3.5 goals is also heavily favored, e.g. odds around 1.57. Both teams have a history of high-scoring games. VPS2's matches average 2.93 goals per game. VIF's matches average 2.18 goals per game, but they also concede a lot, 2.27 goals lost per game. The Kakkonen Group C as a league generally sees a lot of goals, with an average of 4.39 goals per game this season. Their last encounter was a 3-3 draw, indicating both teams are capable of scoring and conceding multiple goals against each other. Prediction for goals: expect 4 or more goals in total. A scoreline like VPS2 winning 3-1, 3-2, or even 4-1 is a strong possibility. The match between Inter Turku 2 and JJK Jyväskylä is scheduled for today, July 7, 2025, at 3:30 p.m. Universal Time, coordinated as part of the Finland Ikonen, which is the third tier of Finnish football, also sometimes referred to as Kakkonen, Group B in some contexts. Who will win? Inter Turku 2 are generally favored to win. League position: according to SofaScore, Inter Turku 2 ranks first in the Ikonen, while JJK Jyväskylä holds fourth position. This indicates a significant difference in their season's performance. Recent form: Inter Turku 2 has shown very strong recent form, with 3 wins and 1 draw in their last 4 league matches listed by FlashScore, including a 7-1 win against KPV Kokkola and a 6-1 win against QPS Akatemia. They also have a win against Keski-Uusimaa, 3-5 away. JJK Jyväskylä has a mixed recent form, winning 2 out of their last 5 league matches. Head-to-head, H2H. While one source mentions JJK winning 1 and Inter Turku 2 winning 0 in previous meetings, another, Transfermarkt, shows a recent result from April 27, 2025, where JJK Jyväskylä beat Inter Turku 2 4-1. However, Footy Stats indicates that in their previous 2 meetings, Inter Turku won both, scoring 6 goals to JJK's 1. This conflicting H2H data makes recent form and current league position more reliable. Given Inter Turku 2's current high ranking and recent strong victories, they seem to be in better shape. Prediction: Inter Turku 2 to win. Their current top-of-the-table standing and impressive goal-scoring form give them the edge. How many goals? A high-scoring match is highly anticipated. High-scoring league, the Kakkonen/Ikonen League, particularly Group B, is known for its high number of goals, with an average of around 3.99 to 4.05 goals per game. Inter Turku 2's goal scoring: Inter Turku 2 has been incredibly prolific, scoring 14 goals in their last 5 matches and averaging 3.08 goals per match this season. They have had over 2.5 goals in 4 out of their last 5 matches. JJK Jyväskylä's goal scoring/conceding: JJK has scored 5 goals in their last 5 matches, and their last H2H against Inter Turku 2 ended 4-1. Their previous 2 direct meetings have both gone over 2.5 goals, 100%, and one has gone over 3.5 goals, 50%. Prediction for goals: expect 3 or more goals in total, likely 4 or more. A scoreline like 3-1 or 3-2 in favor of Inter Turku 2 seems very plausible. The match between OLS Oulu and ROPS Rovaniemi is scheduled for today, July 7, 2025, at 3:30 p.m. Central European Summer Time as part of the Finland Ikonen, the third tier of Finnish football. Who will win? This is a very closely contested match, and a definitive winner is hard to predict. However, let's look at the factors. League position: OLS Oulu is currently in 3rd place with 18 points from 12 matches, while ROPS Rovaniemi is lower, in 9th or 10th place with 15 points from 12 matches. This slightly favors OLS Oulu. Recent form: OLS Oulu, their recent form is mixed but leaning towards draws, with 3 draws, 1 win, and 1 loss in their last 5 league matches. They have shown an ability to score, particularly at home, e.g. 6-1 win versus Atlantis, 4-0 win versus ROPS in an earlier encounter. ROPS Rovaniemi, their recent form is also mixed, with 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss in their last 5 league matches. Notably, they recently had a strong 4-0 away win against Keskiusumaa. Head-to-head, H2H. The recent H2H between these two teams is quite interesting and somewhat contradictory. On April 26, 2025, ROPS Rovaniemi beat OLS Oulu 4-1. However, earlier in 2024, OLS Oulu had a dominant 4-0 home win over ROPS Rovaniemi, June 3, 2024, and also won 1-0 away, August 17, 2024. Looking further back, OLS Oulu seems to have a slight historical edge in wins, 6 wins to ROPS's 3 in 10 games since 2005. Prediction: a draw is a strong possibility, or a narrow win for OLS Oulu. While ROPS recently had a big win against OLS Oulu's overall better league position and strong home form, including a past 4-0 win over ROPS at home, make them slight favorites if there's a winner. Given recent draws for both, a stalemate is also highly plausible. How many goals? A high-scoring match is very likely. Over 2.5 goals is highly favored by betting odds. Both teams to score, yes, is also strongly favored. Recent H2H, their most recent match was 4-1, 5 goals. Other recent H2H matches have also seen 4 goals, 4-0, and 7 goals, 5-2 in 2023. Team goal statistics: OLS Oulu averaged 2.25 goals scored per match in the season, and their matches averaged 3.38 total goals. In their last 5 league matches, 3 had over 2.5 goals, and 4 had both teams scoring. ROPS Rovaniemi averaged 1.21 goals scored per match in the season, and their matches averaged 2.75 total goals. In their last 5 league matches, 2 had over 2.5 goals, and 3 had both teams scoring. Prediction for goals: expect 3 or more goals in total, with both teams likely to score. A scoreline like 2-2 draw or a 2-1 OLS Oulu win seems very plausible. The match between ILVS 2 and FC Kiffen is scheduled for today, July 7, 2025, at 4 p.m. Central European Summer Time as part of the Finland Kakkonen Group B, the 3rd tier of Finnish football. Who will win? This looks to be a very closely contested match, with ILVS 2 being the slight favorite, but a draw is also highly probable. League position: ILVS 2 is currently in 2nd place in Kakkonen Group B with 21 points from 11 matches. FC Kiffen is close behind in 5th place with 18 points from 11 matches. This indicates that both teams are performing well in the league. Recent form: ILVS 2, their recent form is mixed but generally strong. In their last 5 league matches, they have 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss, a 1-5 home loss to Pirate Roma being a notable outlier. They recently drew 1-1 with NJS and won 2-0 against Musapori. They have a good goal-scoring record, 30 goals in 11 games. FC Kiffen, their recent form is also mixed. In their last 5 league matches, they have 2 wins and 3 losses. They recently lost 1-4 to HJS Hämeenlinna and beat PPJ 2-0. They have conceded a significant number of goals in some recent matches. Head-to-head, H2H, their most recent league encounter on May 2, 2025, saw FC Kiffen win 2-1 against ILVS 2. This suggests Kiffen can cause an upset. However, in October 2024, Inter Turku 2 beat Kiffen 4-0, and in September 2024, Inter Turku 2 beat Kiffen 3-0. This information about Inter Turku 2 winning against Kiffen is from a result list that also includes Kiffen vs ILVS 2, but it doesn't seem to be a direct H2H for ILVS 2 and Kiffen themselves. Betting odds/tipster predictions: betting odds generally favor ILVS 2, but not by a large margin, e.g. odds around 1.62 to 2.00 for an ILVS 2 win, compared to 3.75 to 4.00 for a Kiffin win. Some tipsters are even predicting a draw as the most profitable outcome. Prediction: ILVS 2 to win, but a draw is a very strong possibility. ILVS 2's slightly better league position and overall goal-scoring record make them favorites, but Kiffin's recent H2H win makes them a threat. How many goals? A high-scoring match is highly probable. Over 2.5 goals is heavily favored by betting odds, e.g. odds around 1.25. Over 3.5 goals is also considered likely, e.g. odds around 1.73. Both teams to score, yes, is also strongly favored, e.g. odds around 1.30. League tendency: the Kakkonen Group B is generally a high-scoring league, with an average of 3.73 to 3.99 goals per game this season. Team goal averages: ILVS 2 has scored 30 goals and conceded 18 in 11 matches, averaging 2.73 goals scored and 1.64 conceded per game. FC Kiffin has scored 21 goals and conceded 18 in 11 matches, averaging 1.91 goals scored and 1.64 conceded per game. Prediction for goals: expect 3 to 4 goals in total, with both teams very likely to score. A scoreline like 2 to 1 or 2 to 2 in favor of ILVS 2, or a 2 to 2 draw seems very plausible. The match between Norrköping, IFK Norrköping, and Brommapojkarna, if Brommapojkarna, is scheduled for today, July 7, 2025, at 5 p.m. Central European Summer Time at Platinum Cars Arena in Norrköping, Sweden, as part of the Allsvenskan. Who will win? This is a very close match to call, with conflicting predictions, but Brommapojkarna seems to have a slight edge based on recent form and head-to-head. League position: Norrköping is currently 9th in the Allsvenskan with a 4-3-6 record, while Brommapojkarna is 12th with a 4-1-8 record. Recent form: Norrköping, they are in a poor run of form, being 3 games winless, 0 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss, in their last few matches. They are also weak at home, with only 1 point from their last 5 home games, holding a 2-1-4 home record. Brommapojkarna, they recently broke a 4-game losing streak with a 3-0 away win against Sappheiros. Importantly, a significant portion of their points this season have come from away games, 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses away. Head-to-head, H2H in the last 10 meetings, both teams have won 4 times, with 2 draws, indicating a very even historical matchup. Crucially, Brommapojkarna has not lost to IFK Norrköping in their last 5 meetings, 3 wins, 2 draws. Their last clash on October 21, 2024, was a 1-1 draw. Prediction: Brommapojkarna to win, or at least a draw, double chance, Brommapojkarna or draw. While Norrköping has home advantage, their poor home form and Brommapojkarna's recent away victory, coupled with their strong recent H2H record against Norrköping, suggest Brommapojkarna is more likely to get a result. How many goals? A moderate to high-scoring match is expected. Both teams to score, yes, is highly likely, as both teams tend to score and concede. This has happened in 5 of their last 6 H2H matches. Over 2.5 goals is also favored, occurring in 6 of their last 10 H2H matches. The average goals per game in their direct meetings is 2.6. Team goal statistics: Norrköping averages 1.62 goals scored per match and concedes 1.85 goals per match. They haven't kept a clean sheet in their last 9 matches. Brommapojkarna averages 1.23 goals scored per match and concedes 1.46 goals per match. They have scored in 3 of their last 4 matches. One prediction for a correct score is 1-2 to Brommapojkarna, which implies 3 goals. Prediction for goals: expect 2 to 3 goals in total, with both teams likely to score. A scoreline like 1-1, 1-2, or 2-1 is plausible. Bet responsibly. Exercising control and informed choice to ensure that gambling is kept within affordable limits of money and time, is enjoyable, in balance with other activities and responsibilities, and avoids gambling-related harm. If you like our betting tips, feel free to like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel. Best of luck!